Hey, what's up? Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss Season 2 of Hulu's original show, Only Murders in the Building. So we have Steve Martin back. We have Martin Lawrence back. We have Selena Gomez back. We have Tina Fey back. We have Nathan Lane is back for like 2 or 3 episodes, something like that. So much happens. Amy Schumer's in this for half a second. You have Paul Rudd in this for half a second. You have that detective back for half a second. I can't remember her name, but her bursting out with a song from Chorus Line. Absolutely perfect. Company? Chorus Line? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So this show, man. This show. Who else? Oh, Cara Delevingne is in this. So entertaining having her as this character. The show, the season 1 show starts out with Mabel, Selena Gomez's character, covered in blood, hunched over a tie-dye hoodie wearing victim, saying this isn't what it looks like. Then we get a screen of 2 months later. So the Tim Kono murder solving of season 1 is the time lapse, right? So it was the 2 months correction. Bunny's bit, Bunny being the tie-dye murdered victim, Bunny Fogel. Tim Kono's murder was a 2-month time period, and then there was the murder of Bunny, and then it was the solving of that, and then we have a flash forward of a year, and then something else happens, so leading into season 3, because there's been a year of peace within the building. So the thing with solving Tim Kono's murder is the 3 of them got together, Selena Gomez's character Mabel, Martin's character of Martin Lawrence, I can't get his name out, Martin Short, there we go. And then Steve Martin's character, the 3 of them are celebrating that they solved the murder of Tim Kono, that they got the final podcast episode out, and that they were celebrating, they were drinking on the roof. Selena Gomez's character Mabel goes back to her apartment to get more champagne to celebrate. After the 3 start originally in her room, Bunny comes, congratulates them on solving the murder, you know, puts the Arcadian, the building, back on the map. And so, you know, they give her a hoodie, don't invite her to celebrate with them, and then she goes on her way. But then Bunny eventually winds back in the room, in the apartment, when they're on the roof. Selena Gomez comes back, finds Bunny saying these words, 14 Savage, and then we get the translation going through, and then, you know, Martin and Steve's characters find her hunched over Bunny, and then she's saying it's not what it looks like. So she's then arrested, right? They're all 3 of them are all arrested, but there's no evidence, and then it's a matter of finding the evidence. So who is dealing with whom when, and why is there secret caverns behind the wall, and Lucy's back in the picture now on Charles's front. All these different things, history galore, and the artist Rose coming back from the dead, even though she wasn't actually dead to begin with, and there's a painting behind the painting, and all these things. It's amazing to talk about it, because you can really only communicate what you're trying to say with someone who's actually seen it, because of all those tiny little minute details about it. So when we've seen it and we talk about it, it's interesting. The thing that still throws me off is that 2-month moniker at the very beginning of the first season, because if the first thing we see is Mabel over Bunny's body, and then it says 2 months later, and then it's the Tim Kono murder, how did the Tim Kono murder happen before Bunny's murder if Bunny's murder happened after Tim Kono's murder? I gotta rewatch it, because I'm missing something. I'm missing something, unless they just did a big oops, because why would that have been in the beginning if it was not leading into the second season? Little standout things, you know, Will figuring out his actual father through DNA testing, Theo going on an adventure in Coney Island with Mabel. That was a really cool reconciliation bit, trying to find Glitter Guy. All these different things, man. Like this show, it was what, 10 episodes long. It keeps you on your toes. You're constantly trying to figure out what happens next. And my mom's obsessed with the show. She's on all the different fan sites within Facebook, and it's cool hearing different perspectives from different people, and then her translating it, and then us paying attention to the different things. And, you know, Mrs. Gambolini, the bird of bunnies versus the dog she had at some point, all these different things, right? So it's very neat how well it's done and how smart it's done. And yes, it's in a very high class, you know, establishment, but it doesn't feel snooty at all. It doesn't feel snobby. It feels very on par with people's experiences, that it feels real. It doesn't feel fabricated. So the big reveal at the end, figuring out who the actual murder was, having the tie into Cinda's It's Not Okay in Oklahoma podcast with Becky, aka Poppy. Oh, that it was just so cool watching it all come together. It was neat because you couldn't figure out what happens next. And what was also very neat about this is that it didn't have a lot of podcast moments to it. It had more murder mystery moments to it. And then Cinda, Tina Fey saying the, great reveal as if it was the end of a Scooby-Doo episode. I almost lost it. It was so cool. I love me some Scooby-Doo. We did a Scooby-Doo binge recently. It was just very entertaining seeing that from a Scooby-Doo perspective. So, Michael Rappaport is in this as well. He did a great job as the crooked detective. I thought this was very well done. I really liked the twist at the end. I'm thrown off with the timeline. I just need to figure out that timeline, that 2 month later bit. And, yeah. On to season 3, whenever that comes out next year. We'll see. Only Murders in the Building. Season 3, coming soon. Mucho mahalo.